Welcome to the most must-see football show in the 254. Welcome to
Boli Tu.
My name is David Osheng and my partner
Haji Nzibo.
So today we're going to talk about a very interesting game week of football. Goals galore, goals galore, goals galore. We start with Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. A thrilling 3-3 draw at the Etihad Stadium. Then we go to Liverpool versus Fulham, 4-3 to Liverpool. Then there was also Chelsea versus Brighton FC. Chelsea came out 2-2 winners. And finally, we're going to talk about Arsenal versus Wolves. Tuanze na the big one, City versus Spurs. Hey, bro. As in, has there been a more interesting game this season than the one we watched last night?
Yes. Chelsea City. In terms of interesting, that was 4-4. Being 3-3.
But in terms of everything that was happening in the match, because you see, in the last minute, did you see what happened? Grealish was denied a clear goal-scoring opportunity after the ref allowed the advantage.
I think that's the major talking point about your game here, City and Tottenham.
Yeah.
For me, I think that was harsh to Man City. That was a clear one-on-one. Grealish could have not. We don't know. Yeah. We don't need to know. But that's a punishing decision, and those are titled deciding decisions. But mimi nikiangalia decision, I was watching this game with an Arsenal fan. He was happy. Unaelewa?
Yeah.
So football gives and football takes.
Yeah.
Kuna games Man City walikuwa nashinda 1-0, 4-3 dakika za mwisho. But this is an opportunity for Arsenal to extend their lead. Unaelewa? So I think football this season is favoring Arsenal, but Arsenal deserve that favor. Unaona, they fought for it so hard, na kitu Arsenal wamekuwa kikosa ni bahati. So by referee kupuliza hiyo whistle, Arsenal wanacheza M-Pesa hapo, lakini I think nilikwambia sometimes unahitaji luck.
Yeah.
Kwa hii ball. Yeah. Unaelewa? Yeah. Si goal and assist every single time. Na Pep pia post match interview alisema football si sport ya start, because unaweza kuwa na 20 goals or 20 shots on target, 0 goals. Team iko na one shot on target, 1 goal. Na game imeisha.
Yeah.
Unaelewa? Yeah. So looking at that, that was very harsh on Man City. Did they deserve to win? Atujui, because of that one decision. Unaelewa? They played well. Tottenham played well. Your game, in the eyes of football gods and judgment, your draw was deserving for both sides.
Can I talk from a neutral perspective?
Okay.
From a neutral perspective, I believe City should have won the game.
Haaland.
Reason being, those guys wasted chances. Chances. First half.
Yes.
First half.
Yes.
I think City missed like 4 big chances in the first half.
Yes. Haaland alimiska mbili.
So imagine if all those went in.
Yes.
Unataka kuniambia confidence ya Spurs second half ingekuwa.
But the Man City, ni kweli, I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. Nilikuwa nimesahau. Ni kwa sababu nilikuwa nafanya Arsenal. So but then it's true. Looking at the City's Man City will miss Haaland kwanza.
Yeah.
But nilimwambia, funny enough, as Haaland was missing these chances, nilikuwa naambia bro wangu, who is the Arsenal fan, as a striker you have those games. You need to have those games. Zinafanyikaga na kikupata kinakuramba. Unaona? You miss chances zenye unajishanga. Yeah. Unajiuliza ni mimi. You're in denial, unaona? And Haaland had such a game. But nipo ameshaicheza na imeisha.
Mimi nakwambia kuna chance hata ningebet nyumba yangu mzima Haaland angefunga.
Hiyo tapping hapo, bali alipiga tu hivi. But I think sometimes ni ile ushazoea kufanya kitu, it becomes instinctive. But then sasa kitu moja kwa kile yako unakokuwa umesahau. That concentration, lapse of concentration, unaona? Sometimes you do it so many times unazoea, alafu unasahau.
It was just an off day.
It was just an off day for Haaland. Unaona, it doesn't describe him as a player.
Yeah.
But mimi nilikuwa naiangalia in terms of the larger picture of how teams win the league. Unaona? Sometimes you need your luck. Sometimes wewe unacheza vizuri but uyashindwe. Unaleta you didn't win the league because you're bad. Apana, the other guy had the luck and had the quality. So this time round, City mazambe wa Premier League 3. And then another thing I saw, they did not lack the hunger of wanting to win the game. They lacked the hunger of wanting to win the league again.
You know, it's hard to maintain that kind of
Desire.
ambition. It's very, because unajua hata players wako zile za I've already accomplished this. What else am I playing for?
And do you know who was so good at unsettling players? Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson ilikuwa player naona, oh, you're satisfied.
Yeah.
Umeshashinda. Next. Leta mtoto. Mtoto anakuja cheza manja. When you bring a kid from the academy, akona dream, akona aspiration. I want to be a legend. Or I just want to play for Manchester United. Or I want to play for Man City. Unaelewa? And I want to transition this conversation to Manchester United.
Yeah.
Your game, Newcastle, Man United. It's almost identical to Chelsea, Newcastle. One thing Newcastle imekuwa nayo kwa hizo two games is the drive, the hunger, the passion to win. And hizi teams zote mbili lack that.
But what can I say, bro? As in, 1-0 flattered Manchester United. Completely. 1-0 flattered Manchester. Those guys walikuwa chapo 4-0 ama 3-0, 4-0.
Yeah,
that was a 3-0,
3-0
4-0 game. Bro, Manu walikuwa, I don't know, ni tactic nilienda wrong ama nini ilikuwa inafanyika kwa hiyo game?
Wachana na Ten Hag. I've been on him a lot. I've been on his case too many times. Mimi niliangalia game ya Newcastle na Man United, bro. One, manager hana dressing room. Angalia mtu kama Marcus Rashford. Mimi siwezi sema Marcus Rashford hajui ball. Na siwezi sema Marcus Rashford anything negative about that player. One thing I can just say, the player is tired, the player is exhausted, the player is burnt out. Unaelewa? Marcus Rashford akitoka Academia United.
Debut yake ilikuwa against Arsenal, bro. Si ndio tunajua kijana vizuri. Alifunga bao mbili. Debut yake. Manuel walitushinda 3-2 bila timu yao nusu.
But Rashford alicheza kama wazimu hiyo game. Hunger, desire. He's lacked that. How and amepoteza hiyo hunger and desire over time. Angalia kitu moja. Before Rashford apatiwe contract, alimaliza hiyo season na bonga
30 goals.
The desire was for his next big contract. Sawa, that was where the goal was tied. Kwamba mimi nitacheza vizuri because I want to put this club in a very compromising position, because wakishinda kunipatia contract mimi nataka, mimi naenda because I have the results to prove mimi ni mkali. Rashford mbweka. Unaona? Tukishinda sawa. Because sometimes you need to play for a purpose. Manchester United si club ya kucheza top 4. Si club ya kusema we want to qualify for Europe. It's not that club. Man United team ya
we should be winning titles.
We want to win the titles. Unaona? We want to compete Champions League. At
Champions League sahi the foot of the table, wanategemea teams zingine.
Copenhagen wanaambia.
Wanategemea teams zingine ndio qualify. For hata Europa League.
Una blame Ten Hag hapo aje? How can you blame Ten Hag at that point?
So it's just desire.
Desire.
There's no
bro.
Desire, there's no motivation.
No motivation. Utadu. Who do you have? Manager hana dressing room. Sawa, kwa sababu gani? Alishavunja hataki vita na players anymore. He doesn't want to fight. Player power. Yeah. Sawa, players wanajua sasa sisi ndio kusema. Unaelewa? Juu akishika Rashford, akishika mwingine anaitwa nani, Bruno Fernandes, akishika any other senior player, ni manager ndio atatoka because yuko sawa na kila mtu. When you have bad players na wako na player power, they'll throw off a very good manager.
Yeah.
Sawa. Yeah. It is better for a team to have very good players na wako na the same player power. Chelsea has always survived on player power. When we had John Terry, when we had Lampard, when we had Drogba, owner anaweza uliza ma players wajaba mnatakaje?
Coach ni aje?
Uko chakwaje? Mnasema aje? Unaelewa? Lampard atakuwa professional, anasema bazi Mr. kuongea. John Terry atasema John Terry ni kapitano. Anaweza sema aende ama we don't like him ama atumuelewi.
Sioni.
Chopper, Cobham, manager ameenda. But those were good players. Those were players that deserved to win. Unaelewa? Those are players that had won Unaelewa? Hiyo ni experience inaongea. Hao ni players wameshinda hii kitu, wakisema manager hajui ni manager hajui, juu wameicheza na wameshinda. Rashford atambia Ten Hag ni na Ten Hag atambia Rashford ni. Who is going to tell the other nini? Kila mtu ni pia. Trophyless.
Ito nilikwambia kutoka kitambo. Bruno Fernandes is not captain material. Not because he's a bad player. Bruno Fernandes is a good player for Manchester United. That one I cannot deny. Actually, I think he's the best player at Manchester United as we speak. But we're speaking about a captain. Angalia captains of Premier League. From hata two captains of Manchester United. Roy Keane, Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs. When niambie Bruno ana follow up under that category. Bruno anaingia Vidic. Bruno anaingia wapi kwa hiyo category? Hakuna. Anaingia wapi? Hii game ya Newcastle, you could see this guy is trying hard because unachiki leadership skills zingine hana. So yeye anajaribu kukua kila Bruno's all over the place. All over the place. Unaona Bruno right back, unaona Bruno number 10, unamwona left back, unamwona striker, unamwona sijui wapi. Bro, nani anachezanga hivyo?
At the moment you do everything, you end up doing nothing.
Completely.
The moment unaanza kufanya kazi ya kila mtu, then hakuna kazi unafanya. Juna aimless, unakimbia aimlessly. And going back to the same Rafa Benitez and John Terry story. Rafa Benitez had suggested to the Chelsea board that tunataka kuuza John Terry
JT.
because of the power JT had of the dressing room. When Chelsea kaanza kuperform vibaya, club ikacontact Mourinho for his second stint. Unajua Mourinho alipiga nani?
JT.
Ametulia. Nakuja tubebe kitu. Tulibeba Premier League, tukabeba Premier League. Immediately. Wewe tulia. I need you. Sawa? Nakuja tubebe kitu. Why does Mourinho, mbona Mourinho alileta nani kutoka Galatasaray? Drogba. Si Drogba tulikotisha mwanzana naye 2012.
He needed the dressing room.
He needed the dressing room.
Room.
Control of the dressing room is very important.
Yeah.
Sometimes manager kiambia ma players ABCD, ma players wanaona manager ni mbaya. But if the same players tell their fellow players watasikiza.
Yeah. I'd want to compare that with like what was happening at Arsenal when Arteta first came in. Aubameyang had like the whole dressing room. Kina Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, kina Socrates. Arteta alifanya nini? Oba, bench. Oba, you're no longer my captain. Oba, out.
Ozil,
out.
sweetheart, lakini
out. Unajua kuna hapo na pale nimeelewa sasa the power of the dressing room.
Yes.
Cause unaona ali maintain na kina David Luiz, akaita hao kina these oldies too, like kujeni maze mnisaidie kupata control of these children. Hao watoto. Ani watoto wakisikia hao hakuna penye tutaenda. Bro, look at angalia kitu nimefanya.
Arteta had a vision.
Yeah.
Sawa. And the owner of the vision, sawa, ni right yake kudrive vision yake forward. Sawa. Arteta saw this club pale Arsenal liko saizi 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Wewe ukipenda Aubameyang, wewe ukipenda Lacazette, Arteta had envisioned this Arsenal. Si yenye wewe ulikuwa unataka kama fan, unaelewa? And for that to happen, he had to make very hard decisions.
Yeah.
Sawa. Chop off the heads. Maliza. But this was a good manager doing it. This was a good manager doing it. Uni manager yenyewe ilikuwa kikiraruka, anafanya nini ma players wake?
Kujeni like it's a hotel like
kuja. Sawa. Ambembeleza Kai Havertz, wewe hapo ulikuwa unaniambia nini? Tulikuwa hapa. Wewe hapo ulikuwa unaniambia nini? Ambembeleza Kai Havertz kama mtoto. Bro, if anybody defends you to that level, you will die for that manager. Mourinho has proved it. Alex Ferguson has proved it. Pep Guardiola has proved it. Unaelewa? The moment you protect your players, uwashike hivi, hawezi kugeuka. Uanze kukata vichwa zao. Unajua kitu Arteta alifanya, yeye alifukuza like wenda. But before he did that, he tried his best.
Yeah.
Before he did that, aliongelesha Ozil akasema mimi nataka kucheza hivi. Aliongelesha Oba mimi nataka kucheza hivi. Aliongelesha nani nataka kucheza hivi. But when you start becoming a negative idea ama negative seed ama poison, unaelewa? Na yeye alikuwa na future. Saka alikuwa left back bro. Saka alikuwa left back
Buddha.
Saka says is one of the best wingers in Europe. Stats na performance. So shida ya nini? You know, that's why that's what we're talking about right now.
Where's the problem? Okay.
I'm players waende, bro. I'm a players and senior players at Manchester United should leave the club.
Walete tu watoto sasa kutoka academy.
Leta watoto, anza tu kupika afresh. Because Martial nilikwambia amekufungia leo. Unajua next atafunga? Hujui next atafunga? Yes, bro.
Martial amekuwa na potential kutoka 2012.
It's time. It's time Martial ambiwe thank you very much. Na mimi nitasema hapa. The trajectory Martial anachukua, bro, is identical to one player.
Hebu niambie ni nani?
Why always me?
Balotelli.
Atajilaumu mwenyewe. Sawa? Hakuna vile unaweza kachini usema Balotelli ajui ball. Balotelli alicheza top class football, bro.
Kwanza nani alikuwa amesema umsande win Ballon d'Or?
Yes.
Balotelli could have won the Ballon d'Or.
Balotelli alikuwa argument ya Ballon d'Or, argument ya Golden Boy.
Yeah. The only select games I cannot blame Onana. That's all I can say.
But tumwache kidogo. Sawa, tunaanza kuingilia Onana na tuliingilia Maguire. Tumsare tu. Wacha tuangalie football hivi nyuma. Unajua sometimes when you're in the heat of things, hauwezi ona.
Yeah.
Sawa. Dust, moshi, moto, unaelewa? Maji. Sasa unaona mimi game Newcastle nilisonga nyuma kidogo nikiangalia hii game. Sasa ndo nikakwambia unajua kuna mali nilikwambia I want to add salt to injury.
Yeah.
If Chelsea play with the same intensity they played against Brighton, mtakulwa mimi sisema intensity ya Man City
Brighton.
Nimesema if Chelsea play the way they play against Brighton, wanatopiga mbaya. If Chelsea plays with the same intensity they played against Brighton, they'll beat Manchester United easily. No doubt. Kwa sababu gani? Sawa, I'll go back to statistics. Tulionyesha na Tottenham, tumeonyesha na Arsenal, tumeonyesha na Manchester City, tumeonyesha na Liverpool. Sio Man U kutupiga. With the way they're playing against, with the United is playing against Arsenal. Mimi nakwambia Chelsea waoneshe the hunger they showed against Brighton. Unaelewa? Tunapiga Man U bila stress, bro. Bila stress. And I'll tell you why. Against Brighton, Chelsea was very direct. Na as long as Chelsea imeamua kuface mbele kucheza ball, no defense can stop them. No, in the Premier League.
Modric started the game.
Yes.
How did you
direct? Unjo Modric nakwambia alionyesha hiyo hunger. Direct football. Unaona anapata kuna ball alipata, alicontrol, alipiga zu skill gani, alikuwa na face the back. Akacontrol, akaangalia, akaenda, alikaribu players wawili. Akaface mbele, akapiga shot ikatoka nje. Unaelewa? As long as players have the confidence to play, have the hunger, wanachezea shati, unaelewa, they're defending that badge.
Yeah.
Unaelewa? We have a chance.
The most protected player in the Premier League scored 2 goals in the Brighton game. What do you have to say about Enzo's game? Do you know why I call him the most protected player in the Premier League? First, do you know why I call him the most protected player in the Premier League? Enzo Fernandez aliletwa kukomboa midfield ya Chelsea.
Yes.
Sindio?
Yes.
Chelsea have only won 13% of the games he started. In this period, 0 goals, 0 assists. I think kuna assist moja tu pahali alipatiana pahali. Media haijawahi ongelea Enzo Fernandez. Reason being, he's a World Cup winner. Iyo criticism Caicedo alipata during his stint, ameanza tu au kwa isikia kitu juu ya Enzo. So Bosley nimeanza kusikia mamas here and there. So Bosley is zizi. Midfielder mgani tena? Rice, macho zote zilikuwa kwa Rice. People are waiting for Rice to fail. Ndio amwangukie. But Enzo Fernandez has always been protected by the media. Are we starting to see the Enzo Fernandez that you wanted to have at Chelsea? The Enzo Fernandez that you thought will be the next thing in the Chelsea midfield?
I'll explain to you 2 things. One, Enzo Fernandez was vital in Argentina winning the World Cup. vital, and nobody questioned his talent. And this is world stage, bro. Sawa, at 21, World Cup winner, deservingly with his performance. A World Cup winner haizi kuja Chelsea and he plays poorly and you say uplay a ball. He came to Chelsea. Chelsea.
Ilikuwa Chelsea ya Potter ama ilikuwa
Young Chelsea ya Potter. Unaelewa? A new team, almost 9 new players around him, watu wajuani. How could you expect the very best of him? Akikuwa Argentina, one, they speak the same language.
But you know what do you expect? When you sign a player for that amount of money, I think you're the one who said it actually. So if a player comes for that amount of money, you do not expect that you expect immediate impact.
Okay, so my next argument ni his personality inamokolea. Yeah, he's a very calm guy. Hanaga drama, hanaga saga. He's not hana utamu kwa media. Unaelewa? Hata ukimgusa watu wale achana Enzo bana. Unaelewa? Kuna player yenye ukisema tu jina yake, ukisema tu Rashford za hizi. Unamashia kuna watu wanafanya media ina enjoy views. Unaona watu wanaongelelea. Enzo unajua bibi yake anaitwa nani? Enzo ako na girlfriend. Unajua Enzo anaishi wapi? Unaelewa? Sasa kuna watu wanaga utamu ya media.
But you know there's almost like light at the end of the tunnel for Chelsea, yeah?
Which is
there's so many players in the injury list who are on their way back. Wesley Fofana, Christopher Nkunku, Ben Chilwell. When those players come back, do you think the squad will at least start having a proper identity?
Hiyo ndo skeleton yetu. Hiyo ndo skeleton ya Chelsea sasa. That's skeleton. Hiyo kabla tufikishe cosmetic beauty.
Yeah.
That's the skeleton.
Then, you know, you're speaking of hunger, mentality and hunger. What did you think about the Liverpool game? What did you think about the mentality that they showed?
I have never questioned Liverpool's mentality. Liverpool just usually has 1 bad games, 2 bad games, or just have hauna players. Mentality Liverpool. Nobody can question Liverpool's mentality.
Yeah.
The whole club in itself is strong mentality. Never walk alone. Bro, if I was never a Chelsea fan, there's one club now going to go obsessed about is Liverpool.
I think if you're a football fan, whichever team you support, if you have the opportunity, visit Anfield.
That's one thing I'd love to do. Bro,
mimi nakwambia nilikuwa na feel atmosphere kwa sitting room.
Beauty. And I don't want to say, you usually have an argument kuniuliza Arnold, Trent, kama Trent ni right back ama
he's not a defender.
Uplay hapo juu. Trent akiekuwa mid.
Trent is a midfielder. I've said it from day one. Trent is a midfielder.
That guy is talented, bro. That guy is so talented.
Total footballer.
Because mimi kwa timu yangu nikikuona Trent na Reece James, ndeka Reece James right back.
Trent mid.
Number
8.
Na sina stress. Unaonaga ile tunafanyaga ikichungi. Ule mkali. Weka kwa kichungi. Fanya hivi. Wachache ndio wanatokaga. Only the very best wanabaki huko kama De La Cream. Wengi wanabaki hapa juu ya kichungi. Mani ukiwafanyia hivi. Wale wanabaki juu ya kichungi ni wengi. Wale wanabaki juu ya kichungi wanashindwa kufika bei ni wengi. Niambie wewe ni Arsenal fan, who in United utaleta kwa timu yako?
Maybe look sure.
Na hata player in United atakubaliana na wewe. Kwa sababu anajua Luke Shaw ndo mkali. Ni ukweli. Hata mimi kuniuliza Chelsea nataka nini Man U, nitachukua Luke Shaw. Because he's consistent. Hachezaki na moods. Consistent. He's a professional footballer.
Injuries too, but otherwise, bro, Luke Shaw could have been in Real Madrid at this time. Very easily.
Yeah.
Aside from that, Arsenal were 2-0 winners. 2-1 winners. The Emirates against Wolves. Bro, Arsenal, I think we say it every week. It's consistency. I'm seeing a game plan. I'm seeing it being executed week in, week out. And kuna hii Arsenal have a plan B right now. Kukienda vibaya tutafanya hivi. Kama kuna low block tutaweka huyu. Kama watachezea highline tutafanya hivi. That is something I never used to see kitambo. Unaona ni ile yenye tungeingia na plan A kiharibika mazee game imeharibika. Ni hivyo na ni hivyo.
And do you know why you're capable of doing that? Manager amedrill his identity and his vision that your basic nyenda kamcheze saizi mmeizoea. So he's introduced something else.
Yeah.
The very basic that you'd expect from you. Uni manager ninge ground asema tucheza hivi. Because hiyo ni classic. Hiyo tunajua. Any player ukimtoa whatever team umweke wanajua Arsenal play this way. Na sasa when plan A yako imeshika, when you understand the first principle, you can change other principles. Lazima uelewe the very basic. Same to goalkeepers. Kwanza ashike, alafu sasa ndo zikiza na mguu. Kwanza shika. Arsenal wame understand the first principle ya Teta. Patience with the ball. Let's move the ball forward. Confidence. Manu. Come baby, come.
Hey, so I'm telling you, hiyo game week 14 imeisha. Game week 15 ndio hii kesho tu ndio isha tufikia. Game week 15 ndio imesha tufikia. And ushasema Chelsea maneno kikamkimandazi ni hivyo.
Hata si tense man. I am more afraid of Chelsea than Manchester United. I am more mimi naogopa Chelsea saizi kuliko Man U. Mimi ni fan wa Chelsea.
Umeogopa vile mtacheza kushinda vile Man U itanini.
I do not fear the threat in Manchester United.
So what's the prediction for that game?
My prediction is this, as all Chelsea fans tunajua. If we showed the same desire and intensity we showed against Brighton, tunapiga Man U bila stress. Tukiamua kucheza kama Newcastle, sasa ni hallelujah. Unaelewa?
Mwenye ametana hapa dada.
Yeah, mwenye ametana hapa tutashinda. Wacha ati vile Chelsea imecheza against Man City. Hiyo ni level kubwa sana. Hiyo Man U wataumia. Wataumia. Tucheze against Brighton.
Then on Tuesday Luton Town is playing against Arsenal. We are away. Arsenal will be away. I feel Arsenal will win. No one can predict the Premier League, but this is a game I feel we can win. We should win. Then Liverpool is playing Sheffield on Wednesday. Liverpool should win that game. Liverpool should also win that game. Then Aston Villa plays Manchester City.
That's a very hard game.
It's a very hard game to tell. Meanwhile, Man City has drawn the last how many games? Is it 2 or 3 games? Chelsea, Liverpool, and Spurs.
But ukiangalia ni serious teams.
Yeah.
Meaning hata Aston Villa wanaweza draw. But Mazei hawana Rodri. Rodri hayuko, Grealish pia atakuwa. Wacha na Grealish. Rodri ndo roho ya Man City. Roho. Hatubichinga hapo ninapiga. Hiyo game ni ngumu. Watkins anafunga left right and center. Villa have a clear identity. They enjoy their football. Wakiamua kukaa watakaa, wakiamua kwenda wataenda. Hawa tense. Kitu moja tawaambia ndo watafanya.
But anyway, it will be an interesting watch. But I feel like Manchester City will get the win in this one. It will be a hard fought win, but they'll win. So guys, Maze, we're coming to the end of the video. We've dissected Game Week 14 and given our predictions for Game Week 15. So what you can say, Maze, asanteni sana for the support mmekuwa mkitupatia and the continued support. Please continue liking, sharing and subscribing our content. We love football, we live football, we are football. Sisi ni Boli Tu.
I want to give a special shout out to our TikTok fans and supporters. Keep the fire burning. Asanteni sana ku like our podcast. Asanteni sana ku comment. Let's keep growing this family.
Asanteni sana. Till next time.